Ready? All right, welcome everyone. Glad to have you with us today as we join to show gratitude to our foreparents for the sacrifices they made so we can be in the situations we presently are, experiencing the wonderful life that all of us are blessed with. To those of you who are online, I hope you were listening to me for the past couple of days, couple of weeks, and you have got your stuff prepared at home and ready to go as well. Now Hector, who is with us today, is going to be performing the Shrad, Mahipal, will be performing the Shrad for all of us, but we'll be calling our own family names, our own relatives' names. I'll call the relationship, you call the names of the family to yourself, not to everybody else. And this way we can make offerings and show our gratitude to our foreparents for putting us where we are today. So wonderful. It's a great time for all of us. Let's join today in our opening prayer. Om Vasudeva Sukam Devam Kamsachanur Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadaguru Om Agakshe Varde Devi Akshare Brahma Vadini Gayatri Jagat Mata Vishwayoni Namastute Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sudargin Pushtivardhanam Urvarukmiva Vardhanam Mrityormukshyamamritam Om Prithvi Tvayamritaloka Devi Tvam Vishnunakrita Tvam Chadaryaman Devi Pavitram Kuru Shastram Om Shri Prithvi Mata Yo Namami Om Apavitra Purikrama Sarvashnam Yatokva Yashmarit Purvarikaksham Savahyam Ayantara Sumula Om Hastrakshavanam Samarpyami Govindaya Namaha Rajanakrapsatyavarana Svaha Om Amritopastharnamasi Swahaya Om Amritapidanamasi Swahaya Om Satyam Yashashrimai Shri Shrayatam Swaha Astashyam Samadhyami Govindaya Namaha Om Kushmule Sato Brahma Pushmati Janardana Kusagare Sankram Deva Pushpam Karmo Mayam Om Yena Padmo Baliraja Nanindro Mahabala Ekvam Prativadami Raksha Vachala Vadanarakam. I invite all to join us in the Amos portion. One does not take the ring finger, does it on the water lips. Om Vangamasi Astunos Om Nasur Me Pranastu eyes Om Aksharo Me Shaksharastu ears Om Karyo Me Shukramastu arms Om Bahur Me Balmastu thighs Om Urvo Me Ujvastu all over Om Anishtani Me Angani Tamustanva Me Sahasandru. It's summarizing around there. The blood in our swasti. benediction प्रार्थना। ओम हरि ओम स्वस्ति न इंद्रो वृधस्वा स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदा स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्योरिष्टनेमि स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ओम पयपृथिव्यां पयोषधीषु पयो दिव्यन्तरिक्षे पयोधा पयस्वती परीशा सन्तोम्यहम् ओम विष्णुरात्मसि विष्णु शुक्रिष्णु विष्णु सुरसि विष्णु दोसि विष्णवसि विष्णवे तवा ओम अग्निर्देवता वातुर्देवता सूर्यदेवता चंद्रमा देवता वसुदेवता रुद्रदेवता आदित्यदेवता मरुदेवता विश्वदेव देवता बृहस्पति देवता इंद्र देवता वरुण देवता ओम द्यौ शांतिर्अन्तरिक्ष गौ शांति पृथ्वी शांतिरापा शांतिर औषधय शांतिर वनस्पत्य शांतिर विश्वदेव शांतिर ब्रह्मा शांतिर सर्वगं शांतिर शांतिरेव शांति सामा शांतिरेधि ओम विश्वानि देवा सवितर्दृतानि परास्व यद्भद्रं तनास्व ओम शुक्लं वरदं देवा शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये ओम शांति शांति शांतिकरा भवन्तु। प्रेम से श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय। शरणं प्रभु। I will consecrate our video. Om Bhurasi Bhumirasi Itirasi Vishwadhaya Vishwasya Bhodasya Dhatri Prithvi Acha Prithvi Trigogha Prithvi Mahi Gomsya Prem Sosi Prithvi Mata Ki Jai. Sharanam Prabhu. Flowers in the hand now. Flowers symbolizing coming from our hearts. We meditate on Ganesha, who's Vigneshwar. Remove our obstacles, give us success to the house of wisdom. We ask for Bhagavan, may you inspire us with it. To recognize the challenges that we face in life and bless us with the ability to be able to overcome them all as well. To this Ganesha, we join in humble salutations. Om Gajananam Bhutajanaadisevitam Pavittajambokavacharabhakshanam Umasatam Shokavinashakayakam Namami Vigneshwarapankajam Om Yeri Brahma Mahesha Putra Samasta Vignavanashadaksha Namaya Puja Patamantaram Yamana Pujan Bhagavan Namaste Om Sarvamangalamadaye Shri Sarvartha Swadhike Sharanye Priyambake Gauri Narayani Namastute Sri Ganeshaya Namaha Namami Sri Gauri Mata Namaha Namami Sarva Saukya Karam Shibham
Om Ganapatiye Namo Namah Shri Siddhivinayaka Namo Namah Ashtavinayaka Namo Namah Ganapati Bappa Namo Om Ganapatiye Namo Namah Shri Siddhivinayaka Namo Namah Ashtavinayaka Namo Namah Ganapati Bappa Namo Om गणपति बाबा मोरया नमो नमः विनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाबा मोरया
Class pass along, we join the glorification of the Lord, Ashri Ganesha. Om Jai Ganapati Sadaguru Sadaguru Kavivarapata Kripa Dingaharam Mangalakaram Jai Jai Girjala Om Agacha Ganeshwari Devi Swastana Parameshwari Ahuja Parishami Vamsara Sammukho Prem Sosi Gauri Ganesha Bhagwan Ki Jai Sharanam Prabhu. Once again, before the Milan, we meditate on Mahalakshmi, Lakshmi, the dispenser of prosperity, of wealth, of health, of beauty, of fortune. Most importantly, in Hindu philosophy, light is a symbol of wisdom as opposed to darkness, which symbolizes ignorance. As we offer praises today, we ask the Devi in a like manner that the light dispels the darkness of night, so in the darkness of our ignorance is replaced by the light of spiritual wisdom. To this Mahalakshmi, we join in our humble salutation. Ramyam Shobham Divyam Sarvasaukyaakaram Shubham Aslam Chamayaratam
तुम्ही हो माता पिता तुम्ही हो बंधु Oh
Now in last month we acknowledge the glorification of Bhagavan as Mahalakshmi. Om Mata Lakshmi Kari Kripa Karo Hridaye Mera Bhagavan Siddhi Kari Purva त्राहि त्राहि दुःखहारिणि हरो देवी सब त्रास जय जय लक्ष्मी करी शत्रुघ्नकानाश महालक्ष्मी नमस्तुभ्यं सुरेश्वरी हरिप्रिये नमस्तुभ्यं दयानिधे ॐ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु लक्ष्मीरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः नमस्तस्यै नमो नमः प्रेम से महालक्ष्मी माता की जय शरणम प्रभु। We offer praises to Bhagavan and stream Navgraha Yuga. Navgraha symbolizing the planets in our solar system. We as Hindus, we recognize our lives are influenced by the energy from these planets, which is both of a positive as well as negative nature. Whatever negativity there may be, today we are asking Bhagavan to be our guide. Through His grace, may we recognize those challenges based upon the planetary positions and be able to overcome them by recognizing them. Especially we want to pray for those of our members of the community as well who may be ill, may be suffering in some way or the other from the negative effects of the Graham. We ask God to bless these individuals with a return to health, that they may once more be able to contribute to their homes as well as to their families. Make their pains and their sufferings a little bit easier through His grace. Especially today we pray for Srimati Janaki Samaru, Srimati Anjani Ramphal, Srimati Hardeya Ramprasad, Srimati Kevin Karan Singh, Srimati Mary Manmahal. I'm sure there are others as well. We pray for universal welfare for all of humanity. This is the only way for human beings to show compassion, to show grace to each other, by praying for each other and being kind and compassionate to them as well. Let's use our given blessings to recognize this and to be compassionate to all as we make our way through this life, which will eventually bring us hopefully to liberation, if not, then to rebirth. And nothing is wrong with rebirth. It's a good thing, actually. We all enjoy our lives. If you didn't enjoy it, you wouldn't be in the position you are today. We owe this, of course, to our grandparents and our foreparents for their sacrifices and what they've done in the past to put us where we are today. We are today using this service, of course, to recognize this and to give thanks to them in our own way, recommended by our scripture. Now, other people have other ways of doing this. That's why you see on some special day, birthdays, and Mother's Day and Father's Day, and so on, people who gather in the place across the road there. That's their way of showing their appreciation. Other people got different ways. But we, as Hindus, we have Pitru Paksh. We need to recognize this and do what is necessary to our way. Jiva comes to accept and to expect to certain conditions that it was grown up in. And this is why we continue to do them, to allow for the progression of the Jiva into the other world, into the next world, where it may soon take birth or achieve liberation as the case might be. With this now, today we join in our salutations. We pray for peace in the heavenly regions, peace in the atmosphere, peace upon the earth, as it affects our own lives. Om Brahma Murari Tripurant Chakari Bhargava Shri Bhume Sato Buddhasya Purusha Sukla Shani Ketu Sarvega Shanti Kara Bhavantu Sarvega Shanti Kara Bhavantu Prem Sansina Vari Vata Ki Jai Sharanam Prabhu. Alright, once again with flowers in our hands, we meditate and offer salutations to Bhagavan and Mahavishnu. Vishnu, the all-pervasive Bhagavan, who becomes manifest from time to time and age to age for the benefit of humankind, by whose grace and blessings the dumb speaks, the lame walks, the blind sees, the impossible becomes possible. Today we are asking, O Bhagavan, in the same way you become manifest in the world for the benefit of humankind, may you manifest yourself within my heart. Be the guide of my intellect, guiding me on the path that leads to the highest welfare, the path of truth, of dharma, of righteousness, of religion. With this Mahavishnu, we join in humble salutations. Om Sashanka Chakram Sakirita Kundaram Sakirita Vastram Sarasira Vekshanam Sarvakshastavastaustubhasriyam Namami Vishnu Shirasa Chaturbhujam Omukam Karoti Vacharam Angum Langhayate Girim Yatakripātamam Vande Paramananda Madhavam Om Nilambuja Shyamala Komalangam Sita Samaropita Bhavabhagam Pada Mahasaika Charu Japam Namami Ramam Radhavishanatham Om Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunataya Nathaya Sitaya Pataya Namah. Om Neelavarnam Pidavastram Srivatsapadabhushitam Govindam Gokulanandam Brahmanera Pipujidam Brahmanera Pipujidam Sri Mahavishnu Bhagavan Devo Namaha Namami. Om Ramyam Sashokulam Divyam Sapasaukyaakaram Shubham Asanam Chamayadam Tamudhara Parameshwari Asanam.
Radhe Krishna Murali Wala Nanda Lala Murali Wala Nanda Lala Gopala Gopala Radhe Krishna Murali Wala Nanda Lala Murali Wala Nanda Krishna Govinda Bande Bihari Jai Guru Shankar Jai Giridhari Krishna Govinda Bande Bihari Jai Guru Shankar Jai Giridhari Murali Wala Nanda Lala Murali Wala Nanda Lala Murali Wala Nanda Lala Gopala Gopala Radhe Krishna Murali Wala Nanda Lala Murali Wala Nanda Kanhaiya Baba darshan dikhana Tere darshan bin Papa raja Krishna Kanhaiya Baba darshan dikhana Tere darshan bin Papa raja Murali Wala Nanda Lala Murali Wala Nanda Lala Murali Wala Nanda Lala Gopala Gopala Radhe Krishna Murali Wala Nanda Lala Nandana Yashoda Dulala Sham Sundar Giridhari Lala Nandana Yashoda Dulala Sham Sundar Giridhari Lala Murli Bala Radhe Krishna
Once again, we are of course at the season of 50 Puks. We glorify Bhagavan through the name of Sri Krishna and the young Ramir here, Shah. We glorify him for us.
Hey Krishna Gopala Hari, Hey Dina Dayala Hari, Jai Jai Krishna Gopala Hari, Hey Dina Dayala Hari, Jai Jai
Krishna Gopala Hari
तुम करता तुम ही कार तुम करता तुम ही कार परम कृपाल हे दीन दयाल
Krishna Gopala Hari Dina Dayala Hari Krishna Gopala Hari Dina Dayala Hari
रस हाथे रंग भूमि में और कर्मयोग के मदयपता रस हाथे रंग भूमि में और कर्मयोग के मदयपता अजता अमर है परम आया के सुख सुख समझाई सखा सागरी शरणागत सखा सागरी शरणागत सदा प्रतिपाल
Krishna Gopala Hari Dina Dayala Hari Krishna Gopala Hari Dina Dayala
श्याम के रंग में चल गई रस खान को रस के कान हुए श्याम के रंग में रंग गई रस खान को रस के कान हुए जग से आके बंद करी सूरज रात में बरस सकिए माता यशोदा नारी के माता यशोदा विघ्नायिनी माता यशोदा कृष्ण गोपाल हरे
Krishna Gopal Hari
Krishna Gopal Hari Nanda Lila Hari Krishna Gopal Hari Nanda Lila Hari Krishna Gopal Hari Dina Daya Hari Krishna Gopal Krishna Gopal
प्रेम से श्री महाविष्णु भगवान की जय शरणम प्रभु. Once again, with flowers in our hand, we meditate and offer salutations of puja to Bhagavan Shiva Shambhu. Shiva symbolizing the reabsorbing aspect of the divinity. Atman becomes merged into Paramatman. When liberation, moksha is achieved, he is called Vardhata, the giver of boons. By repeating the Panchakshar mantra Om Namah Shivaya with love, with devotion, in the puja of Bhagavan Shiva, the sinful tendency inherent in us, problem by anger, greed, jealousy, covetousness, hatred, pride, envy, these become burned in the fires of our devotion. In this manner we attain purity of thoughts, of words, of deeds, of mind, of intellect, of actions, which are prerequisites for self-realization by offering puja to Bhagavan Shiva with love, with devotion. I invite you to sit up right now to cast away the worldly cares. We all have them. Let's put these at the back of the minds for a little while we meditate on the most pleasing aspect of Bhagavan Shiva. Bhagavan is beyond names and beyond forms. The names and the forms are tools that we use to help us to keep the mind from wandering. Let's try to control those minds at this time by imprinting the image of Bhagavan Shiva within the heart, ask him to make his home there and to be the guide of the intellect, guiding us on the path that leads to liberation. This is Shiva. We join in humble salutation. Vashuram Nasham Paresham Gajendrasya Kritam Vasanam Varenyam Jatajuta Madhye Suradagam Navarim Mahadevamekam Smarami Smararim Om Mahesham Suresham Suraratikasham Vibhum Vishwanatham Vibhutyandabhusham Virupaksham Advartavahitranetram Sadanandamire Prabhu Panchavatram Om Girisham Ganesham Hare Neelavarnam Gajendradirudam Gunatirupam Bhavam Bhasman Bhasmana Bhushitangam Bhavani Galatram Vaje Panchavatram Om Shiva Kanta Shambho Shashankar Namare Maheshana Shulim Jatajutadharim Tvameko Jagatvyapako Vishwarupa Prasidam Prasidam Prabhu Purnarupam Om Namaste Namaste Vivo Vishwamurte Namaste Namaste Chidananda Murte Namaste, namaste, Tapayogamyam. Namaste, namaste, Shruti-Jnana-Gamyam. Om Parushodapane, Vivo Vishwanath, Mahadeva Shambho, Mahesha Trinetra, Shivakanta Shanta Smarare Purare, Varanyo Varinyo, Namanyo Nagamya, Varanyo Varinyo, Namanyo Nagamya. Om Sri Shiv Shankar Bhagavadabhyo Namah. Om Ramyam Sushobhanam Divyam Sarvasokhyaakaram Shivam Asadam Cha Maya Daktam Dhyana Shiva Shankaram. Om Namo Astu Neelagrivayam Sahasrakshayam Vidushe Athoye Asya Satvano Ankebhyo Akaram Namah. Om Triambakam Yajamhe Sugandhim Pushtivardanam Urvarukmiva Bandhanam Mrityormukshyamamritam. Om Brahmasya Uttam Brahmasmi Varunasya Svam Sarjanisto Varunasya Ritsadanyasmi Varunasya Ritsadamasti Varunasya Ritsadamasti Madhyavargyamachivanyam Snanam Sri Shiv Shankar Bhagwan Pujanam. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Namo Namah. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Namo Namah. Om Gokshiradham Desha Gokshirimaya Pratam Snapanam Deva Devesh Vihara Shiva Shankaram. Shiv Snanam Sri Shiv Shankar Bhagwan Pujanam. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Namo Namah. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Namo Namah. Om Panchabratam Mayanitam Vitam Madhu Shakaraya Om Namah Shivaya. Namo Namah. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Namo Namah. Om Shivala Sarva Shivalo Manivala Stashvina Shabda Sheta Charanasya Rupa Pashupati Karmanyama Univittara Granamo Rupa Parajanya Nagajal Snanam Sri Shiv Shankar Bhagwan Pujanam. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Namo Namah. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Namo Namah. Prem se Sri Shiv Shankar Bhagwan ki jai. Sharanam Prabhu. Om Shrivaram Shansaranam Vajaraksharam Manam Vihalam Varnam Vastram Vritatam Udartam Prakshayadam Vasidanam Brahmajnanam Pratavam Surastadi Simata Suruchovidam Sabucha Upasya Vishta Satusya Yoni Ustasya Viva Apiram Cha Glalam Cha Chova Chadranameva Cha Apiram
Tripurari Jai Tripurari Jai Tripurari
Just a reminder, all of you guys who are taking the water, take your bottle with you and you leave, please. Don't leave them in here. Alright, now we glorify Bhagavan Shiva. Put immediately the Panchakshara Stotram. Amar will lead this one.
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Har Har Bhole Namah Shivaya, Om Shivaya.
सहचर प्राण शरीरं ग्रहम् पूजाते विषयोपभोग रचना निद्रा समाधिष्ठिते संचारा परयोपदक्षिणदि स्वकाणि सर्वाग्निनो यत् करं करोमि करपतिरं शम्भो द्वाराधनम् ओंकारचरं कृत्वा कायजं कर्मजं वा श्रवणनयनजं वा मानसं वा प्रमादं विहितमविहितं वा सर्वमेतं क्षमस्व जय जय महादेव श्री महादेव शंभो जय जय महादेव श्री महादेव शंभो प्रेम से शिव शंकर भगवान की जय शरणं प्रभु। At this time, we'll take prasadam from those who are brought. At the same time, simultaneously with that, will be Shiva Abhishekam for those who would like to. And also, we'll set up a little Tilanjali station here, where you can actually make the Tilanjali offerings in the name of your ancestors 3 generations back, like I said, and we keep saying every week, but I don't know how many you pay attention, but if you did, that is 3 generations back. That's from our parents if they're passed on. Only for the deceased, okay? If they're still alive, please don't call their name. We don't want to send them off too early. Alright? So the parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, if you know their name, you don't know their name, it's okay. If you know their faces, then think of them when you make the offering. And before you go to your Abhishek, you can make that offering in the bucket here. And through the thumb and the forefinger, hold it, the lota that you get in such a way that the flow of the water will be through the thumb and the forefinger. Is that okay? Everybody understand that, right? You should be experts of this now, after all these years of doing this. If you can't do it, if you don't know to do it up to now, then you haven't been paying attention. Alright, and that's only for the deceased. If you've lost siblings or you've lost children, you can still call their name and do same thing, right? And later on, we will be performing, or Hector will be doing, and everybody else will be joining to call their relatives after I state which relationship it is. You will call your own family names, and we'll make that offering jointly in the name of the deceased of our ancestors who have, of course, put us where we are today. We need to show gratitude. This is our way of gratitude. Like I said, so for those of you who came late, just a reminder, of course. This is our way of expressing our gratitude to those who have gone on before us. And we'll be speaking a little bit about it, hopefully, if I have enough time. Because it's a long session as it is, but limited 2 hours is not enough. And we do have a meal service today, so we'll be serving the meal, and I think we probably overcooked because I tell some people to bring some things, and Peter ended up cooking the same things here again. So if you like pumpkin, today's your day. If you're a pumpkin enthusiast, and bhaji too. Pumpkin, I like bhaji actually. Pumpkin not so much, but I still like it. Alright, let's go with the prasadam, and we'll have some kirtan and bhajan singing at the same time. So everybody will be allowed to participate in one way or another. Please do not chit-chat while this is going on. If you must talk and you must talk to somebody, step outside, do your business, and come back when you're done. Thank you so much.
And is he okay?
I catch cramp.
Cramp? So walk it out.
Yeah, that's not good. That's the thing.
Alright.
हरि का भजन कर रे मेरे मातिया भजन बिना ना मिले शुभ गतिया हरि का भजन कर रे मेरे मातिया भजन बिना ना मिले शुभ गतिया Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, बसिया रे प्रभु मन बसिया रे तेरे जमाना बसी बलवाना बसिया रे प्रभु मन बसिया रे प्रभु मन बसिया रे प्रभु मन बसिया रे आए भी अकेला जाए भी अकेला दो दिन की जिंदगी में दो दिन का मेला आए भी अकेला जाए भी अकेला दो दिन की जिंदगी में दो दिन का मेला जिसके लिए तूने महल सजाए मतलब की यार साड़ी सभी है पढ़ाए कितना तूने दुख झेला दो दिन की जिंदगी में दो दिन का मेला अकेला जाए ये अकेला दो दिन की जिंदगी में दो दिन का मेला गाने को तो आया जग में क्या सबको करना नेकी कर्म करने दुनिया से धरना पाप किए करने को काहे को अकेला दो दिन जिंदगी में दो दिन मेरा आई भी अकेला जाए भी अकेला दो दिन जिंदगी में दो दिन मेरा हरे की शरण तो हो जा ज्ञान लगाए जीवन में लीला पिए जीवन को पाए खेल जगत के पारा दो दिन की जिंदगी में दो दिन का मेरा आई भी अकेला जाए भी अकेला दो दिन की जिंदगी में दो दिन का मेरा एकजुट सपना गलियों की दुनिया में नहीं कोई अपना सबकी रही मोह कोई हरि को तेरा दो दिन जिंदगी में तेरा आई भी तेरा जाए भी तेरा दो दिन जिंदगी में दो दिन जिंदगी में दो दिन तेरा जीवन का सब बार तुम्हारे हाथों में सब बार तुम्हारे हाथों में
Alright, we'll have to put the hold on the bhajan singing for a little while. But we got a lot to do here. Hey, well, where is the milk? Up there. Wait, what is the mix? Where's the milk? Where's the milk? Put it down. Yeah, it's okay. We do. We're fine. Everything is there with the mix.
No, we can make it and you can eat it.
We don't need to do. Time is so limited here, we don't have time. So put
You
what
can put them on.
you will run it. Don't worry about cow running dry. If it's come up like
You get more milk, you know.
yeah, mix up. Some toast mix it. That's right. You gotta be able to dip from the bottom and
Raise up the then it goes. No, it's already sorted.
alright, family and friends, let's get cracking with this business now. This is why we're here today. To make sure that we show our gratitude to our foreparents and all humanity for the sacrifices they have made so that we are experiencing and enjoying the kind of life that we do today. Now, if your life is not enjoyable, then it's not the fault of life, it's you. Yeah. So we'll begin with the invocations first, and then we'll move to the offerings itself. So let's begin. Om Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om Tat Sat Tat Sat Tat Sat Vishnu Sri Brahmano Dvitiye Parade Shri Svedvar Kalpe Vaivashvamantre Ashtavinshati Yuge Kali Yuge Pratham Chane Uttar Kumaraka Kshetre Canada North Deshe Amtirupeshe Dharmvani Mandir Dvipe Arya Varta Deshantagasi Punya Chetre Samadvi Sahasra Navasaptati Rakshas Nam Samvatsar Ashwin Mahase Krishna Paksha Ravivardin Amavasya Titi Uttar Phaguni Nakshatra Shukla Yoga Nagav Karan Kanya Rashi Yajman Karmkarta Namasya Mahipal Buddharayan Namasya Mukgotrasya call your own right name Amukgotrasya Muksharmaham Shruti Smriti Pranarpa Prapyatam Dev Rishi Manushya Pitri Tarpanam Aham Karikshe Om Brahma Dayasura Sarve Rishya Sanakadaya Agachantu Mahabhaga Brahmando Darvartina. Wait, now let's put it inside. Take it. Alright, so first we'll be doing the Deo Tarpan, the offerings that we made to the east. It's not time for the relatives yet. We can't come to that in a little while. So first we gotta do honor the deities, then the rishis, and then we'll come to the ancestors. So each Tripyatam will make one offering. Om Brahma Tripyatam, Om Vishnu Tripyatam, Om Rudra Stripyatam, Om Prajapati Stripyatam, Om Deva Stripyatam, Om Chandasi Stripyatam, Om Veda Stripyatam, Om Rishya Stripyatam, Om Puranacharya Stripyatam, Om Devasya Stripyatam, Om Devanuga Stripyatam, Om Yaksha Stripyatam, Om Pisacha Stripyatam, Om Bhutani Tripyatam, Om Pashava Stripyatam, Om Vanaspatya Tripyatam, Om Bhuta Gramasya Chaturveda Stripyatam. Now 2 times into the east. Om Mari Stripyatam Tam, Om Atri Stripyatam Tam, Om Angira Stripyatam Tam, Om Pulasya Stripyatam Tam, Om Pulaha Stripyatam Tam, Om Kratu Stripyatam Tam, Om Vashi Stripyatam Tam, Om Prachita Stripyatam Tam. Good. Too fast. You're good to this, that's why I got you here to do this. Om Bringu Stripyatam Tam, Om Nara Stripyatam Tam. Now keep going towards the same direction, same 2 times. Om Sanak Stripyatam Tam, Om Sanandan Stripyatam Tam, Om Asuri Stripyatam Tam, Om Panchashika Stripyatam Tam, Om Sanandan Stripyatam Tam, Om Kapil Stripyatam Tam, Om Bodhu Stripyatam Tam. Alright, now towards the west. So towards you, we need 5 only. Om Indra Stripyatam, Om Indra Stripyatam, Om Indra Stripyatam, Om Indra Stripyatam, Om Indra Stripyatam. Now to the south, which will be towards me. Now 3 times each.
Slower.
Mantras are longer. Om Kavya Vadanam Stripyatam, Idam Satilam Jalam Tasmai Swaranama, Tasmai Swaranama, Tasmai 3 times. Tasmai Swaranama, Tasmai Swaranama, Tasmai Swaranama. Om Som Stripyatam, Idam Satilam Jalam Tasmai Swaranama, Tasmai Swaranama, Tasmai Swaranama. Om Yam Stripyatam, Idam Satilam Jalam Tasmai Swaranama, Tasmai Swaranama, Tasmai Swaranama. Om Aryama Tripyatam, Idam Satilam Jalam Tasmai Swaranama, Tasmai Swaranama, Tasmai Swaranama. Om Agnishmata Pitar Stripyatam, Idam Satilam Jalam Tasmai Swaranama, Tasmai Swaranama, Tasmai Swaranama. Om Sompa Pitar Stripyatam, Idam Satilam Jalam Tasmai Swaranama, Tasmai Swaranama, Tasmai Swaranama. Om Varshisha Pitar Stripyatam, Idam Satilam Jalam Tasmai Swaranama, Tasmai Swaranama, Tasmai Swaranama. No, the next lot doesn't have any Stripyatam or Tasmai Swaranama, just Namaha, right? 3 times still, same direction, mouth south all the time. Om Yamaya Namaha, Yamaya Namaha, Yamaya Namaha. Om Dharamrajaya Namaha, Dharamrajaya Namaha, Dharamrajaya Namaha. Om Mrityue Namaha, Mrityue Namaha, Mrityue Namaha. Om Antakalaya Namaha, Antakalaya Namaha, Antakalaya Namaha. Om Vaivasvataya Namaha, Vaivasvataya Namaha, Vaivasvataya Namaha. Om Kalaya Namaha, Kalaya Namaha, Kalaya Namaha. Om Sarvabhutakshaya Namaha, Sarvabhutakshaya Namaha, Sarvabhutakshaya Namaha. Om Audambaraya Namaha, Audambaraya Namaha, Audambaraya Namaha. Om Dadnaya Namaha, Dadnaya Namaha, Dadnaya Namaha. Om Nilaya Namaha, Nilaya Namaha, Nilaya Namaha. Om Parmeshtini Namaha, Parmeshtini Namaha, Parmeshtini Namaha. Om Vrikudraya Namaha, Vrikudraya Namaha, Vrikudraya Namaha. Om Chitraya Namaha, Chitraya Namaha, Chitraya Namaha. Om Chitraguptaya Namaha, Chitraguptaya Namaha, Chitraguptaya Namaha. Alright, now we come to the ancestors, the relatives, starting first with our fathers. If they've passed on, if they're alive, don't call any names, please. Just a reminder, if they passed on, then call your father's name. Om Asmat Pita, Amuk Naam Nasya, Vasturup Stripyatam, Idam Satilam Jalam Tasmai Swaranam Tasli. Tasmai Swaranam, Tasmai Swaranam, Tasmai Swaranam. Alright, your father's father, your Raja. Om Asmat Pitamaha, Amuk Naam Nasya. I'm saying Amuk is whatever, so you're calling your own people name. Amuk Naam Nasya, Rudra Rup Stripyatam, Idam Satilam Jalam Tasmai Swaranam, Tasmai Swaranam, Tasmai Swaranam. Aja's father, that's your great grandfather, from your father's side. Om Asmat Prapitamaha, Amuk Namasya, Aditya Rup Stripyatam, Idam Satilam Jalam Tasmai Swaranam, Tasmai Swaranam, Tasmai Swaranam. Alright, now mother, if mother was passed on, I'm going to say Amuk Namni, that means you put the name in there. Om Asman Mata, Amuk Namni, 3. Vastu Rupa Tripyatam, Idam Satilam Jalam Tasmai Swaranam, Tasmai Swaranam, Tasmai Swaranam. Aji, that's your father's mother. Om Asmat Pitamahi, Amuk Namni, Rudra Rupa Tripyatam, Idam Satilam Jalam Tasmai Swaranam, Tasmai Swaranam, Tasmai Swaranam. Aji's mother, if you know. If you don't know, you'll go here more. Om Asmat Prapitamahi Amuk Namni Aditya Rupa Tripitam Idam Satilam Jalam Tasmai Sara Tasmai Sara Tasmai Sara. Alright, your mother's father in Anna. Om Asman Mata Maha Amuk Nama Vasurup Supitam Idam Satilam Jalam Tasmai Sara Tasmai Sara Tasmai Sara Namaha. Nana's father, if you know. Om Asmat Mata Maha Amuk Nama Sir Rudra Rupa Tripitam Idam Satilam Jalam Tasmai Sara Tasmai Sara Tasmai Sara. Alright, Nani now, that's your mother's mother. Om Asman Matamahi Amuk Namni Vasu Rupa Tripitam Idam Satilam Jalam Tasmai Sara Tasmai Sara Tasmai Sara Namaha. Alright, Nani's mother. Om Asmat Matamahi Amuk Namni Rudra Rupa Tripitam Idam Satilam Jalam Tasmai Sara Tasmai Sara Tasmai Sara Namaha. Alright, if your father had more than one brother, I'll give you a little pause in between there so you can call all the different names. That's why I asked you to bring a list. How many people actually brought a list? Can you say show of hands?
I know it from my head.
The list is in the head, okay. In the head, you tend to forget.
No.
No.
And when the right time
Often
comes,
you don't forget.
okay, if you do it often, yes. Alright, and all the churches, call all of them. Asmat Pitrivya. So I'm gonna pause here, call all of the names. Amuk Namasya Vasurup Sipyatam Idam Satilam Jalam Tasmai Sara Tasmai Sara Tasmai Sara. Your mother's brothers, if there's more than one, then I'll pause again. Asman Matula Amuk Nam, pause. Vasurup Sipyatam Idam Satilam Jalam Tasmai Sara Tasmai Sara Tasmai Sara. If you've lost a brother, this is the time to call the name. Om Asman, or if it's more than one, I'll pause again. Om Asman Brata Amuk Nam. Vasurup Sipyatam Idam Satilam Jalam Tasmai Sara Tasmai Sara Tasmai Sara. Father, sisters, if there's more than one, I'll pause again. Om Asmat Pitur Bhagini Amuk Namni Vasurupa Tripitam Idam Satilam Jalam Tasmai Sara Tasmai Sara Tasmai Sara. Mother, sisters, mostly. And once again, I'll pause because sometimes there is more than one. Om Asman Matri Bhagini Amuk Namni Vasurupa Tripitam Idam Satilam Jalam Tasmai Sara Tasmai Sara Tasmai Sara. Alright, if you've lost a sister. And once again, I'll pause in between so that you can call more than one if you want to. Om Asmat Atma Bhagini Amuk Namni Vasurupa Tripitam Idam Satilam Jalam Tasmai Sara Tasmai Sara Tasmai Sara. Alright, if you've lost a spouse. Alright. Om Asmat Pati Patni Amuk Devi Deva Vasurupa Tripitam Idam Satilam Jalam Tasmai Sara Tasmai Sara Tasmai Sara. Alright, if you've lost a child, whether it's a son or a daughter, I'm going to pause again if there's more than one. Om Asmat Sutta Suti Amuk Nama Namni Vasurupa Vasurupas Tripitam Idam Satilam Jalam Tasmai Sara Tasmai Sara Tasmai Sara. If you've lost your guru, we'll call his name as well. Asmat Guru Amuk Nam Vasurup Sityatam Idam Satilam Jalam Tasmai Sara Tasmai Sara Tasmai Sara. If you've lost a friend. Om Asmat Saka Amuk Nam Vasurup Sityatam Idam Satilam Jalam Tasmai Sara Tasmai Sara Tasmai Sara. Now obviously we can't remember everybody that we've lost who contributed in some way or the other. So we'll make 3 sets of 3 offerings here and close off. Om Yecha Jiva Yecha Mrita Yecha Jata Yecha Agniya. Devagata Stulyetu Madhudhara Vayanati. Om Abanva Banva Yeja Mani Banva. Sesavatritmayantu Yecha Asmato Kanchana. Om Abrahma, last week. Om Abrahmastam Paryantam Jagat Trupyatam. Om Hi Suryo Sahasram Shu Tejo Rahasya Jagat Pate. Anukampyamam Deva Grahan Argyam Namo Astute. Now we go to the Havana this time, we do the Petri Havana as well, so everybody can participate. This will be done. And then we can have a bhajan and explain some other stuff as well. I don't think we have much time for explanation here. Sorry about that. Alright, light the fire. Om Samindati Amartyam Havivahi Gritpriyam Savira Nihitam Nidhi Pitrin Paravatu Gatam Om Jumantas Vidhimahi Jumantas Samidhimahi Juman Juvanavaha Pitrin Havishe Atave Eat Swadha. Here, eat Swadha. You put away from you, alright? Give him that. You take the sound. Alright, so you don't put like you normally do this way, you put away from you and hopefully towards the end. That's good. Om Agnaye Kavyamhanay Swadha. Om Somaya Pitrimati Swadha. Om Yamaya Pitrimati Swadha. Om Swadha Pitribhya Pritavishadabhya Swadha. Om Swadha Pitribhyo Antariksha Sadabhya Swadha. Om Swadha Pitribhyo Divishadabhya Swadha. Om Yamaya Swadha. Om Dharmarajaya Swadha. Om Mrityave Swadha. Om Antakaya Swadha. Om Vaivasvataya Swadha. Om Kalaya Swadha. Om Sarvabhutakshaya Swadha. Om Audambaraya Swadha. Om Dharnaya Swadha. Om Nilaya Swadha. Om Parmeshtini Swadha. Om Rikudaraya Swadha. Om Chitraya Swadha. Om Chitraguptaya Swadha. Om Somasada Pitaraya Swadha. Om Agnishwata Pitaraya Swadha. Om Varshishat Pitaraya Swadha. Om Sompa Pitaraya Swadha. Om Habibhuja Pitaraya Swadha. Om Ajapa Pitaraya Swadha. Om Sukhalin Pitaraya Swadha. Om Aryama Pitaraya Swadha. Om Yom Amar Pratamo Maryanam Ye Preya Pratamo Loka Megham Vaivasvatam Samgamanam Jananam Yamam Rajanam Havishya Sapaya Swadha. Om Yena Pitu Pitaro Ye Pitamaha Ya Avivi Survantu Riksham Akshiyanti Prithvi Mudhyam Tebhya Pitribhyo Manasa Vidhem Swadha. Om Yamaya Soma Pavate Yamaya Kriyate Havi Yamam Ha Yajno Gachat Yagni Duto Antariksha Swadha. Om Ye Nikhata Ye Parukta Ye Dagda Ye Choditaha Sarvastha Nagra Avaha Pitrine Abhishe Atave Swadha. Om Ye Te Purve Paragata Apare Pitarascha Ye Tembhyo Vridastu Ye Tu Shatadhara Vayanti Swadha. Om Ye Agni Dagda Ye Agni Dagda Madhye Divaswadhyaya Madhyanti Tvam Tana Veta Yadite Jata Veda Swadhyayagnam Swaditam Jushtanam Swadha. Om Yo Agni Kavyavahana Pitrin Vaksha Drita Vriddha Predhu Havyami Vochati Devya Vyascha Pitrivya Aswadha. Last two. Om Sarvam Vai Punagam Swadha. Om Sarvam Vai Punagam Swadha. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyati. Om Sarvam Vai Punagam Swadha. Alright, we're now going to take, we can't take the dusting, but this time I'm not going to do the Deo Havan as well. Take too long, let's take all dusting. Om Tanupa Agnyasi Tanvam Pahi. Om Ayuda Agnyasi Ayurmedehi. Om Varchuda Agnyasi Varchumedehi. Om Agni Yanmata Naunam Tamna Prida. Om Medhame Deva Savita Radatu. Om Medhame Devi Saraswati Radatu. Om Medhame Asvino Deva Vadhatam Pushkar Saju. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvapa Param Divyam. Langeyam Dharmalanjalam Achmanyam Chamaya Raptam Gretam Purushottamam. Now, since we have, let me do a little bit of talking, please. Just joining the partner, just like Om Loka Viramam Sri Ramachandram Sharanam Prapadhe. Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Now, as human beings, friends, we would like everyone, even the people that we dislike for one reason or another, we would still like them to have a happy life. This is the way human beings are. We should. But unfortunately, if they don't achieve that, they don't live blissfully, then at least we like them to die peacefully. And if that doesn't even happen, then we, the well-wishers of all humanity, would like to do something for them. What we have done today is for all of humanity who passed before us. Under the guise of calling our 3 generations of parents and foreparents, this is for every human being who has ever lived upon the planet, because in some way or the other, without them being here, this planet will not be what it is today. Every single person has in some way or the other contributed to making life as we know it today. You might say, okay, I work in a factory, I do something that doesn't seem to be meaningful. But whatever you're making there, someone else is able to use and make their life more easy to live. And spending their time to think of some other way to make our lives happy too, or miserable as the case may be. Now, misery is not a bad thing. You learn more from misery than from happy occasions. Everybody wants to be happy, but when do you learn? When circumstances are not propitious, then we learn the most. If you're carrying on merrily with your life and nobody ever criticizes you, with all the mistakes that we make, we'll continue to make those same mistakes that soon becomes habits and never able to overcome them. But the minute somebody points this out to you, oh yes, I don't want it for someone else, why should I want it for myself? We begin to pause, we begin to think, and it helps us to move on to a better thing. Without the generations that came before us, firstly, we will not exist here. Secondly, without their contribution, we would not have all the things that we enjoy today. Maha Alai Amavasya, which is today, is a day when we express our gratitude to every single one who has passed on before us. It is done as a ritual to pay homage to one's dead parents and foreparents, but is actually an expression of gratitude for all those generations of ancestors who have lived before us. When a person is alive, they have certain expectations. If you are a Hindu, you expect hopefully that your children will be able to perform your last rites because this is what is recommended. If you're non-Hindu, you expect them to give you a decent burial or cremation as the case may be. Everybody has certain expectations. The jiva comes to accept this expectation. And if it doesn't happen, then what happens? It is not satisfied. It doesn't want to leave. This is why we have to dispose of the body and either bury it or cremate it. Cremation is the best possible way, of course, because once cremation is gone, there's no attachment left with the jiva and body. Jiva is always thinking, I want to go back in there. I just came from there. Why shouldn't I be able to go back? But it's dead. The brain has stopped functioning. So this jiva can't return anymore. So what do we do? With all the necessary things that have been recommended. Each tradition, each religious tradition have their own way. I don't want to knock anybody. I'm not saying that we're the best, although logically you think so, but we make it easy for the jiva to be able to go on its journey. When a person dies, the jiva has come to accept and to expect certain rituals that are performed in their name. Mainly because the person, while we are alive, we see it in our existence. So the jiva can go on its journey. The journey is to the young lok, wherever that might be. It's not in this dimension, otherwise we'll be able to see it. It's in some other dimension somewhere else that human beings cannot see. Pitru Paksh give Hindus a chance to remember and to honor the memory of all ancestors who have sacrificed to put us here in this time and place. Now there is logical reason, of course. Human beings have been on this planet for well over 1 million years for sure. Some say 20 million. We don't know. But over time we've evolved. In the same way, when you put the seed in the ground, I've said this many times, I'll repeat it again. When you put the seed in the ground, unless the conditions are exactly what the seed needs, it will not germinate. In the same way, when the right time comes and all the conditions are met, the human being has evolved. The matter that is existing has every single thing that is ready for things that are happening now, things that have happened, and things that will happen. It's all there already. We don't know where we're going. Knowledge is all pervasive. The Gyan has existed at all times. It is just for us to work our way towards discovering. You think that Gyan, that the knowledge that Steve Jobs had to invent the Apple iPhone wasn't there before? You think he just think it up on his own? The knowledge was always there. He just had the proper training and the insight to be able to see it and say, if I do so and so and so, this is going to happen. And sure enough, it happens. And look how much easier it has made our lives. Everywhere we go, take out our phone and take out pictures to keep us memory. Nobody ever looks at these pictures again, I'm sure. But it's there. In case you want to look, it's there. So, you know, how many vacations I've been to, I've seen stuff. I never look at a picture again, but pictures are there. So hopefully someday you can say, oh, I'll do it when I get time. You know when we get time? After we're dead. Then we have all the time in the world. But while life is going on, who has time? Too many things are happening around us. Too many things are happening to start to elevate ourselves. All these things are happening around us. Why go back and look at the past? The past is dead, it's gone. The present is here, it's a gift. The future, nobody knows what it holds. It will be here today, gone tomorrow. Let's put that away and live for the present. And all present is now. And this is a gift indeed. That's why we call it the present, right? You didn't get it from me, right? Not too many people get it. All right. When only animals existed on this planet, it was all about survival. Eating, sleeping, reproducing, and dying one day. This is the life of everyone. Then slowly, this animal which knew only survival started evolving. From being horizontal, it stood up. The brain started growing. The animal's ability to do things suddenly started multiplying. And the day the animal picked up a thigh bone of some other animal and used it as a weapon to defend itself, that was the first tool developed. Because from there, that same animal started using tools. And it is the tools, whether it's a spanner, it's the wheel that was invented eventually that started the evolution of mankind. All these things came about because of the evolution that are coming about. Now, human beings, and this is where a lot of people ask me about the Pinda, so I got to express and explain this Pinda offering, all right? In the performance of Shraddha Karma, we usually use Pinda offerings. And if I don't explain this, I'll be amiss. So what is the symbolism of the Pinda? Over time, the same human being which is now able to use tools started devising ways to cultivate the crop, right? And humans, Hindus especially, come from an agrarian culture. where farming is their way of life. And the grain is the most important thing, it's the reason why they will be able to survive when the winter comes around and the grain stop growing. They need that grain. The minute they started evolving, they start figuring, okay, instead of hunting for other animals, let's grow our own crop. And then growing that crop, this became the technology of the day. The kind of technology that we experience here today within the past 50 years, it's been the highest evolution of humankind that has been known over history. And that's we're talking just 50 years, and we are lucky to be able to be living in this particular time of life. I personally would like to go on for another 50, but I don't think that's going to happen. Especially when you feel all the pains on the knees and the joints and so on. So we leave that to people like Neil. He has another 50 years at least in him. So he'll be explaining this to you sometime in the future. And you will be, well, if you're still here, of course. Like me, you might be gone too. Who knows? But whoever is present at that time, that is their time. This is our time. Don't get that wrong. This is our time. Our time has not passed yet. The only time it is past is when we're pushing daisies. You got that? Okay. You gotta put a few jokes in between. You can't be all the time serious. This is a serious business, but make it light. And so what happens? The human started to grow grains. The grain was his most precious item. And in the giving of gift, whether it's to our ancestors or to the divine, as a symbol only of the appreciation that we hold in our hearts, the most important thing is the grain. What do you use to make the pinda?
Rice.
Exactly, the grain. That is why the grain has become so important. That is why we use it in the ceremony. That is why we give it as akshat in the puja. Recognizing and giving thanks to Bhagavan for the gift of grain, which we are able to use to keep ourselves from going hungry. So you understand the symbolism of the pinda now, I hope. Yes? Does that make sense? Yes? Now, one thing I have to take care of here. During Pitri Paksha, another time of Shravan, you see people taking out food like we did, blessing the food and putting it outside. And a lot of people get the idea, okay, let me cook what my family liked and put it outside, which means all the chicken and the lamb and everything else. That does not work. You have to go kill a chicken to use that meat there. Vegetarian food is what you put out. That is what is pleasing to Bhagavan. Not the other stuff that your family like. Sure, they may like it, but it doesn't mean that you have to give that in the performance of your rituals. That is a no. People keep telling me, oh, but my mother liked this and my mother. So what? Yeah. So you put vegetarian food all the time, and the food is not for the deceased. If I can find a dead person who can eat, I'd like to meet them.
Not in my house.
Because you know how much knowledge that dead person has? They're the only one who was able to come back and tell me what happens when you go there. But no one has so far been able to. So we're not giving food to dead people. Certainly, we give what they like in the sense of the food offering, because that is what they hold dear to themselves. And what is better than a gift that you hold dear to yourself? Gift giving should be something that is usable, that you hold dear, that I will be able to use it too if I had it. Not giving them some cheap dollar store umbrella so you open it up so they fall apart. You know how many of those I get? I'm ashamed to give it to other people. I have to throw them away. What kind of gift is that? You know what is a gift? A gift that somebody is able to use, and every time they use it and they think of you, you are blessed. Because that is a gift that makes sense. Well, the store is fine. You can buy stuff for yourself, it's good. But when giving gift and so on, please don't use the dollar store stuff, okay? Because you want something that is durable, that is going to be lasting, and the person will be able to use for a long time. Not disposable stuff. Otherwise, it's no use. It doesn't bring any blessing with it. Now, there is more, but I want to tell you a little story today. Last week I spoke about Karna and the origin of the idea of Pitri Paksha. But this story has to do more with why we make these offerings during the Shravan time and the Pitri Paksha. There was a saint by the name of Jarad Karu. This is a Mahabharata story. If you want to read about it, I will send you a copy of Mahabharata by email. But I need your email. Nobody has I said it last week, nobody gave me their, which means nobody wants to read in this time anymore. This is what it has come to. Nobody wants to read. You expect to see everything on the TV, and the kind of stuff they show there are total lies and made up. It's some guy's idea who's making up entertainment. And if you look at it as entertainment, it's good. But when you want to find out the real story, look at it as entertainment, go check it out in your book. Because that's where you're going to find the true story. Not somebody's interpretation of the story. So Jarad Karu decided that he was not going to get married, he's not going to bring up children, he's going to be an ascetic for the rest of his life. In his travels, he's going from one holy place to the next. In his travels, he came to one cave one time. And he's in the cave when he lit the fire, he cooked his meal and so on. He did his afternoon sandhya. And he's now going to put his head to rest. And when he looked up at the top of the cave, the firelight is still flickering. And he saw there one root of kush grass hanging down. And from the kush grass, there's a whole bunch of Jivans hanging on it. So because of his ascetic qualities, he's able to communicate with them. And he says, oh yes, and the other thing is, the root of the grass is being gnawed by a big rat. Rat can climb down upside down, you know. Like, you know that? They do, yes. Look at the squirrel and the stuff he does on everything. The rat is the same. And the rat is gnawing at the root. The idea here being, as soon as he gnaws through the root, all these Jivans, the mains, I don't want to call them souls because that's what we're so used to. The lives are hanging there with the rat is eating through. And of course, Jarad Karu is able to come in and says, how is it you find yourself in this situation? Because that rat is going to soon cut through. And when that happens, what's going to happen? You're going to fall into the Netherlands, not Yamlok anymore. Why is it this so? So the mains are complicated. Well, you know, the last of our lineage has decided he will not get married, he will not have children. So there's no one to perform the Shraddha Karma in our names. And so we are doomed to fall. And they're asking, well, he's asking, well, what can I do to help you with this? Oh, no, you can't do nothing. Only Jarad Karu can do this. So he said, but I am Jarad Karu. So you're the one. You have decided you're not going to get married. The lineage is going to be finished with you. And the life for the family is going to become, the name of the family is going to come to an end. No one is going to be there to perform our last rites. No one is going to be there to perform the remembrance, the memories that is needed to lift us up. Now, understand, this story is only a parable. So remind us of how important these things are. Alright, so once we know that, and don't accept it as gospel. And what is gospel? Really? Some guys like me. So don't accept it as a truth, but it carries with it some lessons. And he asked, well, what can I do to help them? Since I'm the last. So well, you first got to get married and bring a child into the world. And then male child especially, the family name is going to continue, the traditions will continue. And it is because of these traditions that we continue to do these things up to now. And Jarad Karu says, well, the only way I'm going to get married is if I can find a wife with my name, and whenever she displeases me, I can tell her to get lost and she will. All men would like that, right? When you upset, when you upset the man or you expect, he goes and hides in some corner. He doesn't want to be disturbed. So he comes back eventually. And Jared Carlo, of course, says, well, okay, if I can find such a woman, then I'll get married to her. He did find one. They brought up a son named Astik, and Astik is the whole book of the Mahabharata. Read about him, and if you want to read about him, you need to send me your email address so I can send you the book through email, and you can read it for yourself. I'm not going to go more with the story is too long, it's a lengthy story, but I hope I passed on the message of Jared Carlo, why we continue to observe this tradition, because it makes sense, it's a scientific way of doing things, and it's the Hindu way of remembering and paying homage to and being grateful to their ancestors. Principles Krishna Chandra Bhagwan Ki Jai Sharanam Prabhu. Now, we have a meal service today, so I don't want to people to leave. I know, come to that. And because we run so late, we got 2 people still to sing, I think, yes? Yeah. 2. So we're going to have 2 bhajans at this time, then we'll go to the arti, and then the food service will start after that. I got a few announcements I'd like to make. Please shorten your bhajan list.
Om Namah Shivaya. Jai Krishna Hare, Shri Krishna Hare, दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे, दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। जब चार तरफ अंधियारा हो, आशा का दूर किनारा हो। जब चार तरफ अंधियारा हो, आशा का दूर किनारा हो। और कोई न केवल हारा हो, और कोई न केवल हारा हो। फिर तू ही तेरा पार कर, फिर तू ही तेरा पार कर। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे, दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, कृष्ण को भी अमृत कर दे। तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, कृष्ण को भी अमृत कर दे। पूर्ण कर दे उनकी आशा, पूर्ण कर दे उनकी आशा। जो भी तेरा त्याग करे, फिर जो भी तेरा त्याग करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे, दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे।
Thanks, Lord Nityananda Bhagavan Ki Jai, Shri Ram Prabhu. Now, Pishu Paksha is exactly at 5:53 this afternoon, 5:53 p.m. So after that, of course, starts Navratri, but we're now observing it from today. We start tomorrow instead because our house is still on until that time. And then, of course, Navratri begins tomorrow. We'll finish on Monday, the following Monday, which will be 26th, I think. I think so. No. October the 3rd. 3rd of October, yes. Tomorrow is the 26th. Yeah. October the 3rd. So we want to thank all of you for coming here. We want to thank all of you who may have joined us online. But I gotta remind those who are online, there's nothing like being in the company, okay? The vibration that goes on here, especially when the bhajans are being sung, you don't experience that on the transmission. You can see what's going on, you can join in there, but the vibration is not the same, the feeling is not the same. I encourage you to now start coming out if you can, because this is the best way satsang is the best way to worship. And if you're not involved, then you're at home answering the phone and doing everything else, and some of you are commenting and doing, but we appreciate the comments that we get to know if we're doing right or wrong or not, so that is good. But please share your comments. We're asking you once again to, if you bring a cell phone in the crowd here, in the temple, please put it on vibrate when you're here so that it doesn't disturb others. We'll appreciate that. Sunday, October the 9th will be full moon, so we'll observe it here on that particular day. And Monday, October 24th is Deepavali. We'll be having a thing. Oh yes, there's a meal service next week as well, just so you're aware. Peter and his family will be sponsoring that day, so come back again 3 weeks in a row. Geez, that doesn't happen very often. That doesn't happen very often, 3 weeks in a row. I don't know if they're going to give you a package to take home or serve it in here. They will serve it. We want to thank all the musicians and the singers and all those who have contributed in some way or another. Membership is still on, but I got to remind everyone, of course, of the donations. The donations are what keep the temple going. We like to recognize, of course, these donations. On behalf of the late Yogabali Kisum, the family, Premati Kisum, was sent $50. Also, Mira came prepared to sit today, but she didn't tell anybody. So I had already made an arrangement. That's why I keep telling you, if you would like to participate, call me at home and let me know. Don't tell somebody to tell me. It's not going to happen. They forget. Everybody forgets. The brain is like that. It's very fickle. So call me yourself and tell me, and I'll arrange it so that you can participate. Of course, if I knew that from last week when she was here, I wouldn't be bothering Hector to come and do it. But we really appreciate your being here, Hector. It's really a good thing. And you know exactly what to do. This will make life easy for me. That's why I like somebody who knows what they're doing to be sitting here at that time. But we really appreciate Mira. Please do that next time. Mira's brought $100 donation as well. We thank you for that too. Sham, Shanta, Davina, and Prem, $50. Thank you, Sham. Much appreciated. Marika Olisar and family, $200 check. Thank you, Marie. And I really appreciate it too. Also, do not announce $50. Kevin Shivnat, $25 through Mrs. You or your grandma? Okay. So this was Kevin's $25 which he donated to the temple. And now, finally, from Nadira Ross, $50, yes. Yeah. So thank you all. This is what keeps the temple going. It pays the bills. It keeps things happening. We really appreciate it. So thank you for being here. I think I've said enough. I've take you 10 minutes into overtime already. No overtime payment. I'm sorry to tell you that. Let's please stand for RT and closing.
I
Alright, that's two things. And one, of course, is one that recognized, of course, Planet Juan and Planet Neil for being here today, and of course, Rama as well and Sham. We are blessed today in all of your presence. We really are appreciated. Secondly, the temple has printed some 2023, that's next year's calendar. We're asking every family to take a package of 10, they're distributed in a package of 10. So if you want more than less than 10, get it from somebody who took 10. Alright, please.
I'll set
Because it's hard breaking the package to one sell one, and then people ask me this picture and that picture. It's very difficult. There are 9 pictures in there. We have to, if you get 10 calendars, that means one of each at least on an extra one. That's it. Alright? So hopefully you'll all take a package of 10 and distribute it in your own family. I don't care how much you sell it for, just give me the $2 that the temple needs, and then we're all square. If you want to sell it for $100 each, that's your business. You can make a profit, but take it. Thank you all so much. Sham will do the closing.
शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं सुवर्णं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिभिर्ज्ञानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णु भवभयहरम् सर्वलोकैकनाथं त्वमेव माताश्च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव शरणं मम देव ॐ मन्त्रहीनं क्रियाहीनं भक्तिहीनं जनार्दनं यज्ञपूजतं मया देव परिपूर्णं तदस्मै ॐ बारबारमनरहो हर्षदेव श्रीरं परसनोचन पावनी भक्ति सदा सत्संगस्य भजो रामचंद्र की जय शरणं प्रभु ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वर गुरु साक्षात् परम ब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः ॐ यौ शान्ति अन्तरिक्षं शान्ति पृथिवी शान्ति आकाश शान्ति विश्वदेव शान्ति वनस्पति शान्ति विश्वदेव शान्ति ब्रह्मा शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिरेवा शान्ति सर्वं शान्तिरेहि ॐ शान्ति 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 हरि ओम। प्रेम से बोलो श्री कृष्ण भगवान की जय।